On Saturday, the fevered excitement for Scotland's inevitable heartbreaking World Cup exit kicked up another notch with the beginning of the new summer series at the freshly minted Scottish Gas Murrayfield, which looks weirdly similar to the packed out BT Murrayfield and actually sits in exactly the same place. Anyway, Scotland kicked off the run-up to France in the same way they rounded off the Six Nations against an impassioned and vibrant Italian side with designs and another big victory to back up last year's victories over Wales and Australia. Both sides named had a great number of changes, with Tooney handing deserved debuts to Cam Henderson and Stafford McDowell, as well as taking a look at some fresh new combinations as he looks to build depth in the lead-up to the big game against South Africa. Hello and welcome to the Boxing Weights and Rugby YouTube channel. Let's talk rugby! Now, in one of the more turgid halves of rugby I've been fortunate enough to witness, Scotland's brightest attacking move came from an innovative new system designed to use the loophole of the 15-man per team rule by employing a seagull as a dummy runner to distract the Italian forwards. Unfortunately, the seagull's hand position means he never appears a credible threat and the move goes to pot before Scotland are ever really able to spread their wings. I'll get my coat. On a more serious note, Scotland have become one of the best teams in the world in first phase attacking situations, and the only bright spark of the first half showed this. Scotland looked to set a rolling maul from the line-out, and once it's formed and the Italian line presses up, the first Italian defender joins the maul, causing the whole defensive line to contract towards it. Once Price finally gets the ball out to McDowell at first receiver, seeing the line is shortened, the Italian fullback comes heading in to plug the gap. Scotland's newest number 10, Ben Healy, spots this and lifts the kick over the Italian defensive line and into the corner for the oncoming Darcy Graham to score the opening try of the game. Healy was excellent on Saturday and will have done his chances of nudging the injured Adam Hastings' spot off the plane as the backup fly half to Finn Russell. Italy were well in the game and Scotland consistently gave away penalties inside their own half, meaning Italy went in 1 point ahead, and this meme nicely accounted for most fans' feelings going into the second half. Tooney at half-time must have done a decent job of placing his boot where too many Scotland players had their fingers, as Scotland came out in the second half a much better team. Jamie Batty and Javan Sebastian both impressed at scrum time and added welcome depth to a weak point of ours in the front row. Scotland's second try comes from a very nifty bit of rule bending. Having set to play with McDowell dropping the ball back to Healy in the boot again, the debutant sees a gap in the Italian defence and runs it up himself. This confuses the Italian forwards as they look to fold around, and Price double backs onto the blind side before popping the pass onto the returning Darcy Graham, who runs a brilliant line and pops through to score the second try. Now where is the rule bending, you ask? Well, watch both Scotland's second rows just amble in the way of the folding Italian defence, leaving a momentary gap that the Prince of Hawick promptly takes advantage of. This was by no means a one-sided game, and Italy got a well-deserved try from the brilliant Monte Ioane. Running through phrase after phrase, quick ball means the Italians have numbers on Scotland out wide. Tommaso Ireland does a brilliant job to engage the Scottish defence before an exceptional mispass puts Ioane away in the corner for a superb and well-earned score. The final try comes from another set Scotland strike pattern. Clean, quick ball off the line-out as Scotland take the ball through the hands and get out wide, making good ground before Ollie Smith makes the correct call to come back inside and take the contact, which allows the support to catch up. Now, you may be under the impression that the greatest step in rugby belongs to a South African by the name of Cheslin Kolbe, or say a tattooed man with the Scottish surname of Cooper, but I'm here to correct you. Scotland then swing the ball back the other way as the Italian defence scrambles across. Cam Redpath again does brilliantly to engage his man to stop him drifting before firing his pass out to, checks notes, back row substitute and goose step god Josh Bayliss. Sometimes we don't need to analyse the defence. Sometimes you just need to embrace the splendour that can happen on a rugby pitch. This secured the win for Scotland, but what did they take from this game going forward to France this weekend and the World Cup at large? Well, we can safely say Darcy Graham is back to his best, as he and the aforementioned Ben Healy were superb. Captain for the day Rory Darge was excellent, and the backup front rows all did their chances of selection no harm at all. The game at times had that feel of a pre-tournament friendly, but everybody else will hope to get another chance to impress before the summer series finishes. Gregor Townsend has named a full noise Scotland side sans captain Jamie Ritchie, and this will give us a much clearer picture of which 15 men will have that honour of wearing the hallowed blue shirt come September 10th. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and let us know in the comment section which sport you're here for. Drop a B for boxing, a W for weightlifting, and an R for rugby. Thank you, and have a great evening.